you may have heard British MP George Galloway has been banned from entering Canada because apparently our conservative government cite that George Galloway represent a national security issue to Canada, and that because George Galloway, the British MP, gave financial support for an illegal terrorist group, according to Immigration Minister Jason Kennedy, he's not allowed to make a speech in Canada. Well, apparently, soldiers dying in Afghanistan is the reason that, to fight for our freedom so that we can't hear George Galloway's speech in Canada. Anyway, and I read an article entitled Canada Israel on the Same Page. It said that Canada and Israel appear to see eye to eye on most of the issues and threats and challenges facing the Jewish state. And that there was a fundamental convergence on all the issues. And according to the government of Israel, they say that they expressed an appreciation for the Prime Minister Stephen Harper's support over the years to the Israel Jewish state, especially for the moral clarity of the Canadian foreign policy. So apparently our government 100% fundamentally support Israel. And interestingly, I also read an article recently stating that some Israeli soldiers admit to killing unarmed Palestinians, civilians, without provocation or warning. Some of the soldiers admit that their behavior, or war crime I would call, are due to poor discipline, lax rule of engagement, and a low estimation on the value of Palestinian life. According to the squad leader, the Israeli soldier said, I don't think he felt too bad about it because as far as he was concerned, the Israeli sniper was concerned, what he did was doing the job according to the orders that he was given. And he also reported the squad leader from the Israeli military also agreed that there's a general attitude of contempt for the Palestinian civilians, a mindset that enables Israeli soldiers to engage in callous or sometimes lethal behavior. I don't know how to describe it, he said. He said the lives of Palestinians, let's say, is something very, very less important than the lives of some soldier. So, according to our Foreign Affairs Minister Lawrence Cannon in the Moral Clarity of Canada's support over Israel on virtually all positions, so I'm assuming that Canada support, that they think it's okay to kill, unarmed Palestinian, and it's okay to have low estimation of Palestinian lives. And these doesn't come out from the words of anti-war activists, but those words come straight from the Israeli soldiers themselves. So, meanwhile, we are against George Galloway, the British MP from, making a speech in Canada because he represents a threat to Canada. But at the same time, our government is supporting 100% Israel state and the soldiers and what they did during the war invasion in Gaza. Is that moral clarity? I think so, but not in a good way. Not good morals anyways. The Parliament has passed a non-binding motion, passing a motion with 152 votes in favor and 140 votes against on reforming employment insurance by our NDP party. For the motion is that EI benefits should be extended to much more Canadians. Because apparently 40% of unemployed Canadians, only 40% of them qualify for employment insurance. And in Toronto, the number is closer to 20%. And so, really the employment insurance program is inadequate. And even Michael Ignatieff, the Liberal Party, supported the NDP motion to reform the employment insurance to make it more accessible and to reduce the hours required in order to claim EI. And I also like to state that every Conservative member of Parliament vote against that motion. I think the biggest problem for the current recession is people losing their job and people not being eligible for employment insurance. But it is also very important to take care of those who are unemployed and those who are not eligible for employment insurance. One of the other things is that a lot of people who work self-employed or are working in a job where they don't have to, or where they are not able to pay for employment insurance, there should be a program for them so that they could put in the employment insurance a payment every month, so that when they lose their job, they have some time to look for another work while not having to not have any income at all. And that's a big issue. I don't think that we can buy our way out of the recession. I really think that the government should pay more attention to the jobless, and that's one of the reasons why I support the NDP, because they always supported the jobless, and they are not supporting the current budget from the Conservative government as the Liberals have done. And I'm really proud of the NDP. I really hope that they would continue to have the support of many Canadians.